Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Megs. I do cooking and lifestyle content, and right here I'm just enjoying a glass of some fresh orange juice. If you want to know how I made this fresh orange juice, just check out my previous video. And in this video I want to show you how to make a very simple vanilla cake. A cake that you can make for yourself if you don't have like the very expensive ingredients, and maybe you don't have bread in your house, you want to make something for your kids to eat or to take to school. You can actually use this recipe and method that I'm going to show you today. So I hope you're going to enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps to grow this channel. We just made it to 1K subscribers, so now we are on our road to 10K subscribers. So if you're going to enjoy this content, if you like it, if you love it, if you want to join in the gang, you can smash the subscribe button and take us to 10K subscribers. So without wasting much of your time, let me show you the ingredients that I have. I've got some flour. I'm just going to put the recipe in the description, but I'll try as much as possible to explain just in case I may forget. In here I have 2 cups of cake flour, and this is half cup sugar, and this is baking powder. I'm going to use 4 teaspoons of baking powder, and I have some vanilla essence. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of vanilla essence. In here I have 2 eggs. Guys, if you are baking, you have to use room temperature eggs. So these are 2 large eggs, and I have 1 cup fresh milk, and also here I've got 1/3 cup cooking oil, vegetable oil. So if you have vegetable oil like sunflower oil or canola oil, you can use this. I am using canola oil. And for the butter, I'm using this country spread stock country spread. You can use we use this for bread. So this is what I'm going to use for the replacement of butter. Like I said, I'm just going to use very cheap and affordable ingredients that you can actually use that are in your house right now. If you want to make a quick fix, a quick dessert, a vanilla cake, or something for you to eat for your kids, you can actually use this recipe for even breakfast. If you want cake for breakfast, you can actually use this. So I'm just going to use 1/3 cup of this stock spread. So let's get right into the baking. And I'm also going for the mixing. I'm going to use this hand mixer, and these are the bowls that we are going to use. I almost forgot about the salt, and the salt we are going to use about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is table salt. So like I said, I'm going to put the recipe in the description, and you guys can see actually the ingredients and the method. You can see what we are doing right here. So let's get right into it. So guys, before anything else, before the preparations, the mixing, we need to make sure that we preheat the oven to 180 degrees. So this is my oven, and I'm going to put it on bake and preheat it to 180 degrees like this. So let's get to the mixing. I'm just going to put my tripod stand here, and we can start. I already have my baking tin here. Don't worry about this sticker. I already have my 8-inch baking tin. I already greased it and dusted it with some flour so that the cake won't stick. So if you don't have the baking paper, I usually use a baking paper. So if you don't have baking paper, you can just grease your baking tray. You can use some cooking oil or the butter or margarine that you are going to use for the baking, and you grease all over your pan, and then you dust it with some flour like I did right here. So it's ready. Whenever we are ready with the mixing, it's already ready for the butter to be inside it. So I'm just going to start up with mixing our wet ingredients. So we start off with the margarine. I'm going to use this. Like I said, I'm just going to use a third cup, this one here, and I'm also going to add in my oil, then the sugar. Okay, let me take away all this so that everything can be nice and clear. So next up, guys, I'm going to mix these. I've got my baking margarine, some sugar, oil, and I'm going to mix them to cream them. We say creaming. I'm going to cream them until everything is nice and fluffy using this hand mixer.
Las flores y ay, creo que me estoy hundiendo en tus flores. For you, I give you all my love, my love. Tómalo, mi cafecito de amor, de amor. Tú, sol que alumbra mi piel y brilla cuando yo estoy contigo. Tú, mollo tan dulce, estoy en las nubes porque estás conmigo. Y ay, eres mi abrigo cuando está frío.
So with my spatula, this is my spatula, I'm just going to scratch. If you don't have this, of course you can just use a spoon. Scrape the sides of my bowl to make sure that everything is nicely mixed.
Mi cafecito de amor, amor. Even when you shed a tear, I'll catch them as they drop, make them disappear. Y cuando el mundo te pese, te aliviaré el peso con besos. No me importa, no me importa. You're the only one.
Then I'm going to add in some eggs one at a time. So these are my eggs, and I'm just going to crack one egg at a time like this, and then
For you, I give you my love. Mi cafecito de amor.
then I'm going to take another one and do the same. Like so, and mix again. Then scrape off some of the butter and sugar, making sure everything is nicely mixed. Okay guys, then I'm going to add in some vanilla, 2 tablespoons of the vanilla essence. Yeah, if you have vanilla extract, there are 2 different things. You can use just about 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. I have vanilla essence. You get this in a lot of supermarkets here in South Africa. Okay, so I'm just going to use about 2 tablespoons because I want that vanilla flavor to really pop. The vanilla flavor, 2 tablespoons. And again mix. Okay, I'm also going to add some milk, our room temperature fresh milk, and mix. This can be messy if you put the hand mixer on high. So if the mixture is becoming liquidy like this, it's rather you start on low speed. Okay, so this is nice and well mixed. I'm going to put it on the side. Then we are going to mix our dry ingredients separately. So in here, remember I have 2 cups cake flour. Then I'm going to add about 3 teaspoons of baking powder. 1, 2. You see that I'm not putting heaped, I'm actually leveling it like this. 3. Then I'm going to add in some salt. My salt, I'm just going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Oopsie, this is quite a lot, so I'm just going to just put a little bit and leave some in the spoon. So it has to be 1/4 teaspoon. Then I'm going to whisk everything together. This is a very simple cake. You see the ingredients that I'm putting in here. I'm just going to whisk and mix everything like this. Okay, this is done. Then I'm going to mix the wet ingredients with the dry ingredients. With my spatula, I'm just going to make a hole and then add in my liquid mix in here like so. A little at a time and mix. Okay, then I'm going to pour in the rest of the liquid mix in here like this. Everything must go in. Everything must go in, guys. If you don't want to waste, if you think that you're wasting, rather do it the other way. Pour the flour in this wet bowl, wet ingredients bowl. Then of course I'm going to mix. Let me scrape the sides. Scraping the sides. Let's see if you can see what's happening. Okay, like so. Okay, then mix. Of course, making sure that I've scraped the bowl like this. Everything is nice and well combined. Almost ready. Almost ready. Okay, this is ready. So I'm just going to pour this butter into this baking tray. And remember, we've already preheated the oven to 180 degrees. Okay guys, so if you don't have an 8-inch pan, you can actually use whatever you have, guys. You can actually use any size that you have. If it's too small, that means you have to bake twice. If it's too big, that's okay. You can just work with that. I'm just trying here to show you what's happening, moving the camera. So this is where we are. So I'm just going to pour everything in here like so. Okay, so this is how it looks inside. Okay, so if you want this cake to be bigger, you can actually double the ingredients. Just double the ingredients and you can make it bigger, in case maybe you have a big family, or maybe you want to serve a lot of guests. Maybe this is for something special, you never know. You can actually just double the size. That's just double the amount of the ingredients. So this is our cake batter. So I'm just going to pop the bubbles like this. This is how I pop the bubbles. Stamping it on the table like this. Making sure that all the bubbles are gone. Okay, so it's now ready to put in the oven. So let's put it in the oven. So I'm going to bake this for 1 hour, 1 full hour, guys. 1 hour. I'm going to bake it for 1 hour. So right now the time on my phone is 2:15. So I'm just going to take this cake in the oven at 3:15. 1 full hour. That's how I'm going to bake it. If you know that your oven is so quick, rather you bake it for 45 minutes. For my oven, it's 1 full hour. So yeah, let me bake, and when it's time to take it off, I'll get back. All right, let's do this 1 more hour. Let me have my lunch. I haven't had my lunch whilst I wait. So guys, guess what? Guess what I'm having for lunch? Very simple. Some beans and rice. And you know what? I did a video about these beans about last year when I was just starting this YouTube channel. I did a video about cooking these red speckled beans, and you know what? It's one of my most viewed videos on this channel. You'll be very surprised with what YouTube pushes out there for the audience. I don't know how the algorithm works, but that video is one of the most liked and viewed video on this channel about these red speckled beans. So if you want to see how I cook them, you can actually check on my most popular videos. Just go on my page and look for most popular videos, and you'll see how to cook red speckled beans. And maybe you can like it. If you don't know, these are just dried beans that you boil and cook. They are mostly found in Africa. I don't know about any other continents, and they are very affordable. So let me enjoy my lunch whilst we wait for the cake to bake, and I'll be back. Hey guys, it's now about, what time is it? It's about 3:15. Remember, I've put this around 2:14. So I'm just a minute late. So it's time to remove the cake from the oven, and this is how it looks. This is the cake, guys. Let me take it out. This is how it looks. So I'm just going to leave it here for about 10 minutes to cool down before I remove it from the tray. Yeah, so it needs to cool down before I remove it, because if I remove it now, it will break. So it needs to cool down, then I'll take it out of the tray. So this is the vanilla cake. It doesn't have to be like golden brown on top. It is well baked, because if you bake it longer, if you want it to be all golden brown on top, it will over bake. That's when it will be dry. So let's wait for 10 minutes. I'll remove it, and yeah, I'll show you how it looks, the final look. So guys, this is now 10 minutes later. So I need to take out this cake from the baking tray. So I'm just going to use this knife just to make sure that it's not sticking on the side, even though I've greased and dusted it, just to pull it inside so that I won't have any problems. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to do it like this, then upside down like so. Let me just show you. Okay, like so, and voila, we now have our cake. So this is how the vanilla cake is looking. So I'm just going to leave it again to cool down, and then I'm going to cut a slice yeah, and finish off this video. If you're already enjoying it, guys, remember to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps to grow this channel, to reach new audience, and yeah, just to support me, guys. And if you like the content, you can as well subscribe. So this is how it's looking. This is the bottom part of the cake, and yeah, it's just time for me to wait for it to cool down, and I'll be back very shortly. I almost forgot, a great tip to keep your cake moist all the time is to wrap it with plastic wrap as soon as you get it out of the oven, just to keep the moisture, is to lock the moisture. That steam that comes from the cake will keep the cake moist. So I'm just going to do that with this cake. It will cool down in the plastic, just like when you buy bread. You see that it's always in plastics most of the time. They do that so that the bread won't dry out. So I'm just going to wrap my cake. Oh, I can see our cake because we baked it together, to keep it moist and it will cool in the plastic. Where's my scissors? Okay, like this. So I'm just going to leave it like this until it cools down. Then I'll cut a slice and I'll show you guys. And if you want to keep this cake, maybe you want to eat it later, even a week after, you can just wrap it like this and put it immediately in the freezer. And maybe after the week or after even a month, when you want to eat it, you just take it out of the freezer, you thaw it, or you can say defrost it, and it will be very fresh as it was just baked. So it's a tip for you if you didn't know. So yeah, let's wait for it to cool down and we can cut a slice and see how it looks, and see how it looks inside. Hey guys, we're back and the cake has cooled off. So let's cut a slice. I'm just going to cut it off right here, just to see how it looks inside, right? Okay, this is the slice. So this is how the cake looks inside. I hope it's clear. So I'm just going to put it on a side plate like this. So you can actually eat it like this, or even just put some icing sugar if you have, like what I'm going to do. If you don't, that's still fine. Just to sprinkle some icing sugar like this. I wish I had a shaker for this, it would have looked nice. Or even just to serve it with some ice cream on the side, that would be really nice. So this is it, guys. This is our cake and this is how it looks inside. This is a very easy method of just baking a cake for yourself. I can actually have this for breakfast. I'm going to have this cake tomorrow morning for breakfast, and you can actually have it as a dessert, serve with some ice cream on the side, or just pick it in your kids' lunch boxes and they can have this for their school breaks or school lunches. And also you can actually have this cake for your afternoon tea. If you are a tea person, you can have this for your afternoon tea as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content, if you haven't subscribed, why not hit the subscribe button. So thank you so much, guys. Until next time, bye.